Hello lovelies, welcome back to another video of the world of Gem. I am Prwwtygems, and in today's video I will be telling you 3 ways to enjoy being single to the fullest. We are outside. I have been taking advantage of this nicer weather. Today is a little windy, but it's okay. It's getting nicer. The sun is starting to come out. I love the sun. I love the outside. So I'm glad that we get to shoot outside more often. But let's go ahead and get started. This is the world of Gem. This the world of Gem, bitch. This the world of Gem. Tip number 1 to enjoy being single to the fullest, guys, is to not think about who your ex is getting with. Number 1 thing, and I think this is one of the hardest things to do when you first break up with someone or a relationship ends, is to imagine them with another person. To imagine all the kisses, all the intimacy you guys shared. To imagine them doing all that and kissing and being that intimate with someone else, it's very painful. It's a very, it's an experience that you need to let yourself go through. And once you accept that, you imagine them with another person, you wish them well. Honestly, do not overthink it, because it gets to a point where you're hurting yourself. So there is a period where you should allow yourself to have these feelings, process them, let them go, imagine them with another person, and then eventually, slowly let that go. Don't think about who your ex is having sex with, because that ultimately will hurt you. Wish them well and wish that somebody is making them come. Because at the end of the day, we all want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna end up having an intimate relationship with someone else, and that's how relationships work. If a relationship ends, you are naturally going to eventually have another connection with someone else. So, number 1 thing is to not obsess about the other person and who they're having sex with and who they're connecting to. The second way is to get to know people instead of jumping into another relationship. The second way to enjoy being single to the fullest is to not jump straight into another relationship when you're healing, when you're still hurt. Because ultimately, you don't know what you want in your relationships, and you ultimately don't know how much you can trust your feelings when you're going through the healing phase, because you go through stages and you might feel like you really like someone and you have a really intense connection, but it might be that you're just lonely. It might be that you're just hurt and you're looking for comfort, and you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. You're not ready to be in another relationship. Take the time to get to know people. It's okay to get back out there, have friends, talk to people, but don't jump straight into another relationship. And I learned this the hard way. I mean, in the past, I used to bounce from one boyfriend to another, and I realized that ultimately I was hurting myself and I was hurting the other person when I wasn't ready to be in another relationship. So be aware of that. The third and final thing to enjoy being single to the fullest is to not have sex with random people. And this is huge because I talk a lot about sex, and I talk a lot about enjoying your sexuality and expressing yourself in that sexual energy, but I am talking about it from a place of sacredness and sacred sexual energy and sacred connections. When you have sex with random people that you just met or randomly hook up with, this can actually lower your vibration, and it can also confuse you. It can draw in energy that does not belong to you. Like I said, you might be lonely, and out of loneliness, you go and have sex with another person and end up hurting yourself, end up feeling empty and undervalued, because you are to be valued. Don't have sex with random people. Have sex with people that you genuinely have a connection with. Someone that you have taken the time to get to know and have built that intimacy, some sort of intimacy with. Because having sex with randoms, I know a lot of people do it and it's fine if you're okay with it. I'm telling you, one of the best ways to enjoy being single is not to go have sex with a bunch of random people, but getting to know people, having friends, and meeting people and building connections, not in a sexual way. If it leads to sex, great, amazing, enjoy it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be just about sex. Enjoy being single by having fun, meeting people, taking the time to heal. I recently went through a breakup a couple months ago, and I can tell you right now that I have been taking everything slow. I have been getting to know people and going out and just getting to know myself a bit more instead of wanting another relationship right away like I would have in the past. These were 3 ways to enjoy being single to the fullest. Thank you guys for coming back to my videos. Thank you for being part of my lovely family. And I will see you guys in the next video. Blessings, my lovelies. Best friend, Prwwtygems. Won't you tell him who I am? Welcome back, here I've been. Lost my head by my soul.